you. We have a great list of things to talk about today. Mayor wishes he could be here. He is not able, so I am James Clendenin, council member for District 3 here in Wichita, and I will be doing your briefing today. First thing on the agenda is the library. The Wichita Public Library is once again partnering with the K-State Research and Extension Master Gardener Program to offer a fall gardening series at the Alfred and Westlake branches of the Wichita Public Library. From July 30th to August 29th, you can attend weekly programs related to lawn and garden care. You can, those sorts of things that you can do in the fall, and will give you major curb appeal in the spring. All programs are free and open to the public, but registration is required. To learn more about the Fall Gardening Series, visit wichitalibrary.org/gardening. And now on to one of my favorite things every year, Convoy of Hope. And I'd like to invite up our good friend Stacy Cathcart, who is here to talk about the annual Convoy of Hope. This year, just in the past week, over 200 volunteers have already packed over 6,000 backpacks of school supplies for kids in need in our community. This helps thousands of people every year, and so I'm going to have Stacy come tell us a little bit more about it. Stacy?
Thank you. Thank you, Council Member James. So we appreciate all that the city does for us, and sorry that we missed the mayor today, but we do. We appreciate how the city of Wichita really partners with us and the Wichita Police Department in making this happen. So this will actually be year number 7, so we cannot believe that we are here again, but we are here. It's actually going to be happening this Saturday, which is July the 20th. We're actually a couple of weeks earlier this year just because Convoy of Hope Worldwide had a conflict, and so that's why we're so grateful for today, because we're really trying to get the word out, because a lot of people are used to us coming that first Saturday in August. And so we're just wanting to let people know, hey, we're still coming. We're just going to be here a couple of weeks earlier. And so make sure that you come out. This year, again, we will be at 2 locations. The first location, Bethel Life Center at 3777 South Meridian, 235 in Meridian. And then for the 3rd year in a row, we will also be at McAdams Park, which we know is at 135 and 13th Street. So very excited about that. As James said, already this week, we have all 6,000 backpacks ready to go. They are full of school supplies. As of right now, we have about over 5,000 pair of children's shoes, so we're excited about that. The tents went up yesterday at Bethel Life Center, and so it looks like the circus has come to town, and we're excited. We will start site setup tomorrow at McAdams Park. And we are well aware that Kansas has decided this week to have 100-degree temperatures. And so I was like, well, that's Kansas. But I also know that Sunday it's saying, I think, like 87. So I'm just asking that maybe it comes one day earlier. And as we know in Kansas, that can happen. But we're trying to tell people, hey, listen, we advertise that the gates open at 10 a.m. But quite honestly, we are going to work as hard as we can. We're going to try to get those gates open at about 8:30 or earlier. We do not want our guest of honor waiting in line. It's going to be hot. They're going to have children with them. So that is our goal, is to get there early on site, get it ready to go, and get those gates open so that everybody can get in and start receiving services right away, because we know that it's going to get hot. We'll have plenty of water, so I promise them we're going to serve them lunch again. Some other things that we will have is the kids zone again with inflatables and lots of fun stuff and snow cones. We will have haircuts, family portraits as well. This year, kind of the cool thing is our community side has actually bumped up quite a bit, meaning that we have so many local nonprofits and local government agencies and social services that have really jumped on board this year. And so we're very excited about that. We've really found that when we help mom and dad, we help the kids. So yes, we want to help the kids get ready for school, but we also in turn want to see what we can do for mom and dad or guardians, grandparents, that kind of thing. So we're very excited to add just some more community community resources for our guest of honor. And then that way we can kind of become that connecting point so that when they leave, they will know, hey, all of these things that I'm struggling with, yes, you've met my need for today, but I have all these other things that are going on in my life, and where do I go? We want to be able to connect them with the other incredible local nonprofits that we have in Wichita. So this year we are expecting and are prepared for about 12 to 14,000 people between the two sites. So we are excited about that, and we're just ready to get things rolling and praying for a little bit cooler weather. But thank you again for helping us get the word out. We appreciate it, and I will be available afterwards if you would like to speak with me or have any other questions. Are there any other questions? Real quick. Okay, perfect. Absolutely. Thank you again. Thank you so much, James, for having us. We truly, truly appreciate all that you guys do for Convoy of Hope Wichita. We couldn't do it without you.
Our pleasure.
Thank
Our
you.
pleasure. And I'm going to ask people to please come and join the circus. We need volunteers. And I say we because I'm biased. I go to Bethel Life Center. But I see every year the thousands of people that do volunteer and the positive impact it has on the people's lives who volunteer. And so if you want to volunteer, I think there's a volunteer rally on Friday. You can come, get signed up, get a T-shirt, and be out there on Saturday to volunteer. So, okay, enough of that, enough. I could go on forever. Next, we want to talk about Civic Engagement Academy. Again, one of the most amazing things going on that the City of Wichita is providing for its citizens. I'd like to welcome up Councilmember Cindy Claycomb, who has a surprise announcement for us this morning. Cindy?
Thank you, James. Well, good morning, everyone. I am Cindy Claycomb. I'm City Council Member for District 6, and it is my pleasure today to announce that the League of Kansas Municipalities has selected our Civic Engagement Academy as the winner of the Community Health Award. And so this award recognizes the help that programs help make healthy communities and community environments. And as winners, we get to attend the League of Kansas Municipalities Conference for free in Overland Park in October. We have been thrilled with the success of this program and the intense engagement. So I'm going to show a short video here, and then I'll talk just a little bit more.
I want to be involved. I want to make my community better. For me to be able to make my community better, I have to know how our city government operates and what resources are available to citizens in my community.
My experience going through the academy was enriching. I learned that there are so many folks in the community that have a passion and a vigor for engaging with others and making the city better.
I looked forward to every class, to seeing different people, to doing different things, but mainly to learning a lot more about my adopted city. That there's so much to do here that I didn't realize was available to us.
I got better education as a whole picture how the city really works. Not just little fragments here and there, but a greater knowledge as to how the budget works, how transportation truly works.
They give a lot of people resources and show you how to find things for yourself. And then you can take that information, hopefully, and go into your community and share it with others.
If you don't get involved, you don't try to make a change, you can sit and complain all you want, but nothing's going to happen. Take the initiative to get out there, let your voice be heard. Part of civic engagement is learning about how everything works. Better education. Education is power.
They should do it. If they are passionate about the potential that Wichita has to be great, if they feel passionate about things in their community that they'd like to see fixed, they should definitely take this class.
Civic Engagement Academy is one of the jewels of the city, but I would think for anyone that is interested in becoming more active, more involved, don't have all the resources in their toolbox, to check this course out. This program is a catalyst for many great things to come.
Make sure we're not going to play something else. Is it going to play something else? Spacebar? Yay, okay. All right. So as you can see, the Civic Engagement Academy is really a program aimed at helping people understand how to connect better with local government, with elected officials, and with departments. And so today we have several of our alumni here, and I'm sure that any of them will be happy to talk to you about their experience. They're in the back here. Could you all wave? Could the alumni wave? Yeah, so they're all back there. And they formed their own group to begin to better connect and discuss community issues. So the program was started with grant money from the Kansas Health Foundation with the support of the Kansas Leadership Center, and it has been so successful that the city has committed to funding it in perpetuity. So we have funding to continue that program, which has been a big push from the alumni that have been in that program. The next academy is accepting applications at this time. The fall class begins October 2nd and runs for 8 weeks. And you can sign up at wichita.gov/CEAAPP. So the alumni and I and Brandon Finley, who has been the facilitator of class, will be around to answer any questions you might have later. And thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Brandon, and the alumni that are here today. I had a chance to talk with the Civic Engagement Academy groups, and it is amazing the education that they get, and who knows, maybe one of them may be a council member someday. We'll see. All right, next. As most people know, we're going to talk about the budget here. The budget season is underway, and I wanted to remind everyone that the budget will be presented at the city council meeting this coming Tuesday. So everybody be sure to tune in. It's a hot topic every year, and I want to thank everyone who also took part in the budget simulator that we had, or any of the social media town halls. The simulator was taken over 1,400 times, and we reached over 80,500 people through social media and garnered 700 comments. We want to thank everyone who has engaged so far. It's extremely important for citizens to be engaged as we go through this. You can still engage with us at our neighborhood meetings, weekend breakfasts, by email or calling us, coming to any of our public meetings on the budget, or via social media. We are doing everything we can to be available. So stay informed, weigh in, and help us shape next year's budget. And now, the last thing I want to talk about is scooters. We have just a quick reminder for everyone that scooters, the electric scooters in Wichita, are a pilot project that just launched a few days ago. Now, police have been out in force and to enforce the rules, but of course, there's always a learning curve, as there is with anything new. Our main priority is the safety of everyone, those on scooters and those not on scooters. The scooters are a fun new addition to downtown, and we've improved upon what other cities have experienced in deploying the scooters. But this, again, I can't emphasize enough, is a pilot project. We need to give the community time to adjust and learn, as we as a council may adjust the rules based on the results of what we're seeing on the streets and the feedback that we're getting. I've seen, though, a lot of smiling faces just driving around, and I'm glad that we're doing something critical that we don't always talk enough about, and that's making Wichita more fun. And I promise you, if you get on one of those scooters, you will have fun, as long as you're following the rules. So please continue to follow the rules, and with that, I will take questions. Or Stacy Cathcart, or Cindy, or any one of our civic engagement people will take questions. Okay, thanks for being here today.